Well, I guess, first of all, we're an anime club called New Epsilon Kappa. And I guess,
I like it.
yeah, we actually have several chapters throughout the US. We're not like an actual group or anything. But, yeah, but so we're just interviewing for, I guess, our members. But anyways, so, I guess I know what Teahouse is. For everyone else who doesn't know, what is Teahouse?
It's an online yaoi webcomic. Your turn. It's about a bunch of. It's about a brothel and the clients and the owner, and things happen. Hijinks ensue. Yeah. It's a character-driven kind of porno with lots of some story, and it's weekly. And it's weekly. We do a page a week. Occasionally, we do double upload months where we do 2 pages a week. And we just finished the 4th chapter, which is volume 1. But yeah, it's very much it's like Melrose Place without the pool. It's just about a bunch of skanks who live in the same house.
Excellent. Best kind.
Yes. Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sorority house.
Kind of, yeah. Okay, so I guess how did you 2 meet?
I want you to tell this one. So there I was at Wizard World, Chicago, years ago, before it turned into a very sad convention. And I was walking around. I think I went to the bathroom and I was going back to my table. And I was working for Marvel at the time, and there were a few people on DeviantArt that I liked. And I remember walking by Emily's table and being like, hey, I like that girl. I'm gonna talk to her later. And I just kept walking. And then I was like, oh, well, let's be honest. If I don't talk to her now, I'll never talk to her. So I turned around and I went to talk to her. And it was a good thing because that was the only day she was there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't there on Sunday.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I just kind of knew I liked her.
Yeah.
I just knew. I just knew she was as terrible as me. We're gonna be friends.
So about Newton and I was like, I'm in.
Yeah. I think I also bought a bunch of your art, so you felt obligated to talk to me. So, I was like, I want originals, and you're like, I never sell these. And then she took me to meet her editors, and actually basically got me a job. She was kind of talented.
Cool.
Just a little bit. Not a lot. Maybe a good one.
And then I moved out to LA
to be with you. Yeah, we just kind of struck up a friendship after that. We started talking online, and I don't know, sometimes you just meet somebody and you just you're like, you mesh. Yeah. So she became my vagina twin.
This is a lot of
way too much info. Look at what product we produce.
That's true.
Yeah, we just became friends really quickly. Oh, it's my fault.
That's okay. That's okay.
Savannah couldn't handle it.
I don't know. Do we need to fix it? Okay. Cool. The sign doesn't like this. Oh. Cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so how did you guys come up with the idea for Teahouse?
This is good.
Yeah, what was your inspiration?
I don't know if anybody watches the same amount of HBO as me, but there's a show on it called Teahouse. That's about a real moonlight bunny ranch in Vegas.
That's good.
And all of the sex workers on that show are best friends. Only there's this weird undercurrent of them not. And I just remember watching that show because one of the girls, I guess she's not dating the owner anymore, but there was like one of the girls who like was dating the owner, and there was all this like weird tension between the girls and that person. I was just like, I bet those are the cattiest bitches in all of Nevada. I am sure there is so much drama in that place that we're not seeing. And then there was a yaoi manga, and I can never remember the name of it, that actually did take place in like a Japanese brothel in some like alternate universe, Japan, and the janitor was dating one of the prostitutes. And I was like, and it was like every other yaoi that you read where it's like these two are into each other and there are no complications. They just end
Yeah.
up together. And I was just like, well, that was a waste.
Yeah.
So,
No.
yeah, I was like,
That's not right.
problems, what problems? But the janitor's upset because he's a janitor. So it was great because the crisis was that the janitor realized he liked a man, not that he had liked a prostitute.
It's what a waste of a whorehouse.
So I just, Emily couldn't quite get out of coloring. She was trying to do more illustration, and I kept pitching her on this idea that we do a comic that took place in a brothel, specifically because of those two things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we could do this. And she was like, that's a stupid idea. And finally I pestered her enough until she finally started doing it. And I even was like, look, they're going to have sex and then form relationships. It's going to be like the best idea ever. And she was like,
We were also really tired of doing superhero comics.
yeah.
We don't neither one like them. Also, I don't like coloring, so. Kiss.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it.
Cool. That's how it came to be.
Nice. That's how Crown came out.
Sorry.
All of my friends are having kids, so there's been a lot of birthing jokes recently.
Excellent.
That's good. I know somebody gave water birth.
Thanks, Christina. This is not the diplomatic interview.
Back to the interview question. Okay, so what are your guys' plans with Teahouse?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I know that it's going to take us a little bit because we're only on chapter 4 right now and thinking like 16 to 20.
No.
16-ish chapters.
16s.
Might take us like another 8 years. No, it won't take us that long, but.
Because we're already 2.5 years in, so we only got 6 more years of this sentence.
We're going to try to ramp up uploads and just try to keep on chugging.
The goal is to just not quit.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.
As a fan, that would be nice. Please don't quit.
I'm a bit of a completionist, so I want to finish.
I would be really pissed off if you quit.
Look, yeah. As long as if one of us gets pregnant, we're screwed. Like, we've been saying that for years.
Pregnant,
but
just take a hiatus, but don't quit it completely.
I'm just telling you, if you get pregnant and you have kids, there's gonna be problems. Because you're gonna be like, I can't draw, I've got a baby. That's worse.
The
Like,
story. Mommy's gotta draw porn now. As far as the story goes, there's a lot of feels in the next chapter. So
next volume,
in the next volume, it's all feels.
It's
so that's
great.
what's coming up for.
Because I'm in the middle of writing this new chapter, and I was like, Emily, they're talking about this issue.
Yeah.
We were like,
people are gonna be mad because there's sex. In the next chapter. Well, there will be in the printed.
Well, there's sex in every book, but it's like there's less. There's more.
Too many feels.
There are emotions to be had. So yeah.
I guess, so what are your guys' plans after Teahouse?
Do you
Probably
want death?
Yeah. It's like,
We want to do a spin-off of the series, like a 4-issue Sacha Gilder spin-off. That would be really completely different. It would be BL-ish, but it would be
More about their adventures, I guess.
yeah. But we can't say too much because we haven't revealed enough about them yet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But there's the ending for them. Like all of the endings have already been planned out. But there's room at the very end to do like
For Teahouse, you mean?
For Teahouse, yeah, to do a potential spin-off with them. And then there are other stories that we want to do, like
We're talking about like a Korean BL.
that, yeah, like a real world sort
We're
of.
talking about the
quick
magical
thing.
girl thing.
Oh my god, I want to do that.
It's like
Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
No. So, because I think we could do that one before we.
Okay.
Just keep it.
Okay.
But yeah, we both have an obnoxious love of magical.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
This is
I'm
sorry.
attacking you. Oh, that's okay.
Should I just
You
pull
couldn't
it out?
handle it.
I'll just.
Yay!
That's okay.
She doesn't like me anymore.
Oh, he loves you. Came at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our post Teahouse plan. Yeah, for now.
It's so far away that it's hard.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing 5 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just supposed to start chapter 5, verse 16.
Not even halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that. My heart just broke.
You're in it for the long run, buddy. It's an ongoing.
It's so funny because like working in professional comics, 16 issues is like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Both have an issue.
Yeah. So initially it was like,
But
that seems so
also-
doable, and now I'm like, oh god.
But in professional comics, you have one job, and we have like all the jobs.
Well, this is our, it was
It's our
for a while,
baby.
side gig. It was our, also the thing we did in our spare time. So,
But now I do it full time. You know.
I do it. I'm going back to school, so it's
Yeah.
hard to say how much I do, but yeah, it's kind of the comic I do.
That's funny.
Excellent. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, what do you like about your fans?
They're super. What are you with them?
It's a you question.
They're super supportive and sweet most of the time. Like generally, they're really supportive and like.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be able to do as much with Teahouse as we do. It's like, we're just always blown away every time we have a new chapter, how like supportive they are. And
I feel bad because I feel like we completely underestimate them too, because we never expected. I mean,
we did this because we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really expect for it to blow up.
yeah, don't get me wrong, when we started as a webcomic, we were like, oh, maybe we'll get some fans. And then it got like ridiculous, and it's literally at a point now where we're like talking to fulfillment companies because we can't handle the shipping anymore. Like it's just gotten to be too much for us to handle. And I never in a million years would have thought that. And that's all because we have incredibly supportive fans.
Yeah.
And it's cool because like them cheering us on just makes us want to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So we have we have the art book that we're working on, and because of fan support, we're very careful about the way that we handle the inflow of cash that we get. Like 90% of it goes right back into the comics. So because of fans, we're going to be able to do a really cool art book. We're working on plushies. I want vinyl figures at some point.
Yeah, I do too.
But like we have a process book that we decided that we're going to do to kind of help and give back because we get so many questions about how we do stuff that I think we have enough money to print a book that is specifically how the two of us do our stuff on a technical level and sell it for like $5.
Yeah.
So I think like we want to do stuff like that because our fans have been so good to us, and we're just constantly blown away by how nice they are. And we're just like, we just want you to know we like you too.
Is that your favorite thing about fans too? Is how supportive they are?
I just like that they're eager. I'm like, you like us? Cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, if it weren't for them, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do Teahouse.
Yeah, no, I would still be struggling like through comics and then like barely being able to put out a page. Like our upload schedule used to be a page every 10 days.
Yeah. And like
So
now,
then we ramped up like once a week, sometimes like twice a week.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I kind of be able. I don't have to work on as much other stuff. I can just focus on Teahouse, which is awesome because it's our baby.
yeah, and it's good. And we're both really lucky because our husbands are also fans.
Yeah.
They're fans of us.
Yeah, not
But like
Yeah.
we're super lucky, and I think because of how much fan support we've gotten, our husbands have also been a lot more supportive about us doing Teahouse, which has been good. So it's worked out for everyone. Yeah. So good.
I guess the last question I have is like, do you have anything that you don't like about your fans?
That's like a dangerous question.
It's a dangerous question.
Well,
You answer first.
I can't even think. Like,
I know my answer.
go ahead. I'll just build off of what you say.
My biggest problem, and this is more about me than the fans.
Oh, I know what your answer.
Yeah, I mean, I colored comics for years. I'm not it's weird because I can do panels and stuff like that. I can do like lecture sort of things.
yeah.
But I don't handle being in the spotlight very well. Like I don't personally like too much attention. Like when I first started working in American comics, for years, anytime anybody took a picture of me, I'd ask them not to put it online little screwed because Marcus just put my picture online.
Yeah.
This is gonna work out for me. But I'm a relatively private person, so when we get mobbed by fans, I feel a little overwhelmed because I don't like being.
It was mostly
attention
when we were at a smaller convention, but it was very like it was the icon.
Yeah.
When we were there, we kept getting stopped and like recognized, and that was really really weird for us because that's. First of all, it's never happened, and second, like Christina doesn't really like to be. Yeah. She likes to be more like behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah, like I love work, and it's weird because like I love people recognizing my work. I don't like them recognizing.
We're like artists, and we're like used to being.
Yeah, I just don't like attention.
This isn't something that I dislike about fans per se, but it's about, I guess, being popular now. It's hard for me to say or do much online anymore because I get attacked or people will take it the wrong way, you know. Yeah, right. So I just have to be very very careful about what I post and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's that is something that I wasn't used to because I mean you've read our comic. I obviously have a disgusting sense of humor.
Yeah. And we can't even joke around. That was the thing. We can't joke around as much now.
Yeah, we used to be able to interact with our fans and joke, and if they asked a serious question and we responded with an obviously ridiculous answer, people would get it back in the day. But now it's harder because like we get more attention from people that we don't expect to get attention to, and then on top of that, people will ask us questions and we won't realize that they don't realize that we'll probably never answer certain questions seriously because the tone of our comic is there's nothing in our comic that's realistic. The CEO. There's nothing in our comic. Our comic is a bucket full of bad jokes.
There are serious parts, but in general it's like
it's seriously ridiculous is what it is. So there are just times where it used to be that you could respond in a certain way and it'd be like, oh, I get it, it's a joke, and now it's like you can't talk to anybody. They might take it out of context.
Or like if something we say something, they might like jump on it and like kind of blows up and somehow people think certain things about us that we're like, where did they even get that?
So there's that, but those aren't the fans.
Yeah, those aren't the fans. That's why I was saying I wasn't talking about the fans per se, about getting more popular, I guess. Yeah. Because mostly fans are screwed, so.
Fans are cool. Fans are a good thing.
Just they want us to keep working. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I guess we're wrapping it up. I guess I have one more question.
We're over time.
We're over time? Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, we talk a lot.
That's okay. Well, okay. It was very nice.
Thank you.
Interviewing you guys, and it was super awesome. I guess I'm Kendra, by the way. I don't think
nice to meet you.
That's cool. That's cool. But I guess thank you, and I guess we're done.
Sorry.